All right, and we're live. Welcome all. Thank you for watching another episode of D&D Russ Edition 2k7Teen. Episode 6. How do we sleep while the beds are burning?
That's a really good name for an album, just throwing it out there.
Uh,
Also, a song title.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, that's a great song title.
If
Really
I
had to,
make like a really sad
burn the
song
midnight oil to get that one.
once,
That's something I said
Oh,
last
fuck.
session.
Yes.
I'll be over here if you need me.
What was that?
It's a song title, but it's also something Jay said last session.
Oh.
Nice.
That was a real good face.
All right, let's sum up what has happened last session. We're going to start off with everyone jumped out of the airboat except for the unfortunate case of Lunar, who tripped, fell, hit their head on the side of the airboat and knocked themselves out. Nami had said, "Oh, don't worry about it. The ship will turn up on its own. It's on autopilot, so it should land on its own." You all jump off and save an alleyway from a fiery peril through some pretty epic teamwork. The team of and you guys actually need a team name, I think. The team of Mordai and Choose and the assistant with the assistance of Sparp. They were able to save a family, including their dog, from a fiery death. We also were able to save a bunch of animals who were stuck in a pen. We also were introduced to a very mysterious character who was dressed in black armor, who seemed to be the cause of all these fires. We briefly got to see him before he was chased away by the very brave Elaine. Since then, everyone had regrouped. Everyone except for Lunar. Now everyone made their way back to the Senate with hopes that Lunar would be there, but for some reason, the airship is nowhere to be found. So we find our heroes all gathered together with Nami. Nami is sounding a little concerned about the airship, but is a little bit more concerned about her mission, and her mission is just get in front of the Senate to speak about the events that happened in Trerio. Oh, there you go. Go. It's okay. So where does that leave our heroes? What would you guys like to do?
I don't fucking know. I'm only here because Vidayam wills it.
We were following Elaine, weren't
Yeah. I think then we meet up when we followed Elaine, who followed the shadowy figure.
we? Yeah. Sorry.
And I wasn't moving that fast because I couldn't really care less about Elaine.
No.
But
So
I
we all
know-
get to Elaine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So-
you all.
Plus the thing, you all caught up to me, and he said after that he moved this forward to we couldn't follow the dude that he pretty much smoke bombed and ran away, so we couldn't follow him. So we went to our actual destination.
Yeah. So yeah, a couple of questions to ask. How is Sparp reacting to everyone? Sparp's never met really anyone before. How's everyone reacting to each other? How's everyone reacting to the fact that Lunar is not there? How is everyone acting to the fact that Nami is sounding like she cares more about the mission than the whereabouts and the well-being of Lunar?
Hang on, everyone. I've just gotten a vision from my great deity, and I'm suddenly filled with the urge to ask, who the fuck are you people? And what the fuck was that?
Choose.
Well, I
Nope.
am quite famous.
Yeah, I recognize you. I jobbed you a couple years ago. Yeah, Mordai. I jobbed you a couple years ago.
Okay, can
Mordai, it's me, Sparp.
Pope and or Russ, can one or both of you explain to me what
Nope.
what?
Okay, so to job someone is to in the terms of wrestling, or in this case, being a gladiator, is when you make the other person look really good by losing very, very swiftly.
Oh.
Like,
So you didn't even put up a fight.
For
They make-
example,
Sparp did put up a fight.
if Butterbean were to fight Pee Wee Herman, in any logical situation, Pee Wee Herman would job.
Yes.
Because Pee Wee Herman would get his ass whooped, but man, he'd make Butterbean look good.
Yeah.
Because it really looks like he's getting his ass whooped. In the case of Pee Wee Herman versus Butterbean, that's because Pee Wee Herman's actually getting his ass whooped. In the case of this weird gladiator professional wrestling alternate reality thing that we've created, that means that I convincingly had you kick the shit out of me, and you looked fucking awesome, and I
And the crowd
looked
went wild.
Okay, so just because it affects how I play this, I know we've agreed that canonically Mordai is not actually known outside the ring. He just
Yep.
thinks he is. Is Mordai canonically supposed to be bad at this?
No, you're good.
Because I can do that.
You're good. You're good at what you do. It's just scripted.
So, I think of it this way. You were really good on the high school football team. So, like, people who are on the high school football team, i.e. Sparp, are like, yeah, dude, he was a great quarterback. Beyond that, no one knows who the fuck you are. I guess that's my translation of it.
Okay.
And action.
Oh yeah.
You're shitting me. You're literally shitting me.
Spawn.
Yeah.
Agreed.
There we go. Yeah, come on. I made your missile dropkick look fucking great, bro. Let's be real here.
Which, I mean, really was the greatest performance of the day, because...
Fantastic. Who the fuck are the rest of you?
This is a small cat.
Choose.
Is that what that is? A cat?
That is a
I
magical
thought that was
cat.
like a fucking meerkat or something.
No.
Is that what that is?
No.
Small cat, magical child, magical bearded child, and... Where's the...
Lunar.
Fuck!
Lunar. Where?
I think the lunar is up there, friends. Just look up.
No.
Interestingly enough, I think that was actually accurate.
You'll have to
mean,
roll a
true.
perception check.
I'll roll a perception check. Okay. That is 17.
I got a nat 20.
Oh my god, perfect.
I hoped this would happen.
Ellie, fuck off.
Oh wait, was this actually supposed to happen? Shit. Hang on.
Ellie, ow, Ellie, no. It's okay. Someone rolled a 20. It's cool. So, Elaine, what you see is you're looking up through the tall buildings, and what you're used to seeing in the smaller cities is being able to see the stars, but you don't see that a lot at all. It's just kind of clouded, not clouded, but there's a lot of light pollution here. But then you see out of the corner of your eye a little blimp, not a blimp, but like a little blip, and you think that it's actually the airboat. And you're able to kind of like notice it, and you're like, "Hey, guys, or I'm not going to speak for you, but you do notice it. It's really far away, and it's like heading south.
South, so not in the direction it's supposed to be going.
Yeah. Ellie, what are you doing?
Well, that's not good.
No, and actually, when you see it, I don't know. Do you point it out to everyone, or do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elaine's,
So everyone's
right there, and she points to the little blip in the sky that.
and everyone's looking at it, and then suddenly, it Ellie, it goes up in flames.
Once again, that's not good.
Very, very quickly. Like, almost too quickly. Like, not like a slow burn you would imagine all that wood taking to burning up, but it burns up like that, and then it's gone.
Oh my goodness. The stories from my childhood are true. Team Rocket's blasting off again!
And like
Mordai
when you say
physically
it's gone,
vibrates in an attempt to rush in.
when you say it's gone, you mean just the
Gone.
whole entire no blip.
It looks like it kind of like burnt up, but like it happened like that.
And there's no like person falling down.
Nothing. Not even like ashes, and not even a whole lot of smoke either.
Fire? Bad. Why? Friend.
She had a blink cloak. Hopefully she's okay.
It should be noted that Choose is just having flashbacks to our time on the boat.
Mordai takes Choose down for a second. Fuck.
Fuck.
So I guess Nami is still there, and she looks horrified. She says, "But there's no reason for the ship to go that way. I programmed it to land here. There's no reason. That doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. I don't know what's going on."
Join the club.
We will get to the bottom of this. I think if I can send a message back to Trerio, they may have some means of tracking the boat. They don't have any means of tracking it here. We're kind of separate from a lot of the Citadel stuff, so I don't know if we'll be able to find it here. But we won't be able to track it from over here. But did that burn up really quick to you?
Yeah.
Like something didn't quite seem right there.
Tell me, what was that ship made out of?
So the ship would have been made out of wood. It basically looked like a flying sailboat.
Having recently been in something of a wood fire, that looked a bit quick for a wood fire.
Yeah,
That
you don't
was,
quite
like,
understand.
blaster.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Steam power can't melt wood beams like that.
God damn it. Oh.
And did you know Gomeo personally profited from the war?
Well, that's probably true.
Speaking of which, we have some business to attend to. And Nami's very adamant at getting an audience with the Senate. And she cares more about that right now than trying to track the boat. So the soonest we'll be able to get an audience will be tomorrow morning, but you all need to be there. If Lunar doesn't show up, there's nothing I can do about it. But right now, I need to focus on our council meeting. If what happened on that ship with Gomeo is true, we need to bring him to justice. And with that, I'm going to go make my preparations inside. And she walks into the Senate, kind of like the Senate hospitality wing. It's kind of for distinguished guests, and it's kind of been established that you guys have rooms to sleep in that night for tonight there. But it's kind of the middle of the day. And so you guys are kind of left to your own devices, I suppose. There's plenty you guys can do right now, but is there anything in particular that you'd like to do?
Yes, there is one thing in particular I would like to do, my lord and savior.
What's that?
And with that, I turn to the party and I again ask, so, can someone explain to me what the fuck is happening in general?
Boat.
We all got on
There.
the wrong boat.
Food? Man. Mad. Potatoes? Throw. Wizard. Mad. Fire. Lot. Fire. Leave. Man. Dies? Lands. Person. Metal. Want? No have. Tried. Lady? Crystal. Round. Friends. Pit. Break. Go. Boat. Other. Go. Jump. Lunar. Land. Edibles. House. Fire. Go. You.
Yep,
Here.
that's pretty much what happened.
Well
Someone's
said,
gonna
Cat.
hand the raccoon a dimwit apple, pat it on the back. Good job, little dumpster dog.
Think.
That was
Well said, Cat.
I have no idea what that small creature just said to me, but I like it. It is adorable.
You're reminded at this point, Sparmp, that a certain promoter owes you a lot of money.
And with that, I look at the grounds. Damn it, Zandig owes me again.
Who?
And with that, I go into my messages on Facebook and pull up what this guy's name actually was, because I am a bad player and I
Kai
can't
Anders.
prepare. Kai Anders!
Wasn't it Cal?
Oh, it was Cal. Yeah, it was Cal.
It
Anders.
was Cal.
Cal Anders.
Shit.
When you
Anders
said
was
Kai
my
Anders to
again.
Pope, I was like, oh, it must be Cal's brother.
No, it's Cal Anders. Yeah.
Yeah, I look at the ground and say, fuck, Cal owes me money. But Sparpish.
So, as you say that, Mordai is quickly reminded of who Cal is, and is reminded of his former promoter / trainer
/ basically dad.
/ father figure.
Why does Cal owe you money?
Because I'm his top draw. We got a packed house in there tonight, and I didn't stick around to get my pay. I should probably skedoodle boodle.
Help, please?
This creature needs help.
Us. I need it to be known that after Choose says that and has the little arms like this, Choose is trying really hard to smile.
I'm gonna make you make just a plain charisma check on that.
A plain charisma check on that?
Yeah.
Well, I know what I just thought, and I'm hoping I didn't just fuck myself over. Oh no, it fell on the floor.
Okay, roll.
Okay, it landed on a corner, so that actually won't work. So hang on. Okay. 6.
6 plus your charisma.
No, it's 6 total.
Okay. So when you do that, you have your arms out and you just look kind of menacing. You're like,
So what is it, like a pug?
What?
I mean, you know, one of those dogs that's like really adorable, but like also they're wonderful dogs. Just the best dogs. So I feel like I should roll a charisma check, because what I'm doing as Sparp is talking and like about to say, you know, they're so ugly, they're cute dogs, but then I realize that I don't want to hurt this small creature's feelings.
If it makes you feel any better, Choose is a little stupid.
It's
So-
okay, Sparp is a lot.
That's fair.
Mordai is calling Choose a cat. Swamp is asking what type of dog it is. Elaine is going to lean over to Stumbleduck and go, am I the only person that knows what a raccoon is?
Okay, Mordai was basically raised in the ring.
I was a desert dwelling creature that was then raised in the ring.
Elaine, we have established that Choose here is in fact a dog, and therefore we will not question Choose, and we will let Choose be a dog.
I think my favorite thing in this is that of all of the fucking people who would know what a goddamn raccoon is, it would be Stumbleduck.
Yes.
Stumbleduck appreciates Choose, and will not question Shoes.
Mind Choose is not the one who called themselves a dumpster dog.
Stumble
that
will
was
not argue.
Yeah, choose is just taking it as a term of endearment.
At this point.
Yeah, doesn't really
And-
understand the negative connotation to that.
Yeah.
Therefore, Stumble will not question it. It is a nickname Choose appreciates.
But also, Stumble knows that although everyone calls it a choose a dumpster dog, choose is in fact a raccoon.
Oh, definitely.
So
Choose-
when Elaine asks this, do you acknowledge that you know what a raccoon is still, Elaine?
Oh, yes. I
Okay.
said I know what a raccoon is, but Choose is identified as a dog in this group. We're not going to question that.
Okay.
So, what modifier would I use if I were to roll to advance plot?
Well, okay, so Mordai just asked about Cal.
Well, Mordai got an answer and was kind of going off into some emotions.
Okay, so are you wanting to go see Cal? Are you wanting to go check out the alleyway?
Damn it, can't a man mentally monologue for a moment?
I feel like going to see Cal would be bad.
Why is
Yeah,
that?
that wouldn't be good. Because Mordai can't go back. And he misses the
Why?
ring a lot.
Okay.
Because he was, gently asked to leave by management.
So how does Mordai feel when learning that Sparp is the lead draw right now?
Not great.
How does that make Mordai
great.
feel about Sparp?
I mean, like, Sparp is, Sparp's good at what they do. Mordai is positive that Sparp, earned that spot. It just doesn't feel good to not be anywhere near that anymore.
Okay.
Mordai was never one to be petty about it.
Jay, if I can make a recommendation, there's a film called The Wrestler. I feel like you should watch
you should
it.
definitely watch it. That's a great film. So if that's the case, if you don't want to go see Cal, would you like to go check out the condition of the alleyway? Do you want to go shopping? Do you want to see if you can find some more information about if anyone saw the ship prior to it going off into the distance and then burning up? Do you want to ask people questions? What do you want to do?
Bro, I gotta get paid.
Listen, Sparp, if you'll help me narrow down what the hell just happened in the sky, I'll go with you to see Cal. I'll make sure you get paid.
I'd hate to say it, but with how Cal's been acting lately, yeah, I could use the backup. So, okay, fuck. As much as I love and appreciate that small otter creature's rendition of your situation, Mordai, what the fuck's happening? What shenanigans have you gotten yourself into, brother?
Well, everyone you see gathered here, plus the friend we may have just witnessed, dying in a fire in the sky.
Oh, fuck, is that what that was?
Maybe.
I
Oh,
figured she
fuck,
must
is
have
that
got,
what that was?
you must have got off before that. Right, she got off before that.
Fire!
She
Maybe.
got off before that.
I understand that your situation is dire, brother. Please continue to explain it to me.
So everyone you see here, plus our friend up there, maybe wound up on a boat.
As one does after retiring from gladiator combat.
It happens to all of us.
You know, Orlok actually became a Marine. You remember Orlok, right? Scrappy little elf fellow, grew up in the orc family, hence how he got the name. Yeah, Marine now.
Never would have
Doing
guessed.
really well for himself as a kid. So cute. I'm sorry, continue.
Oh, is it?
I gotta know. Oh.
No. Yeah. So, I guess actually, you probably don't know exactly what happened, do you?
I have no fucking clue.
Okay, let's
what's
just say, why don't we, Jay, in Mordai's words, why don't we just quickly sum up what actually just happened?
Oh yeah,
the best way you want to.
So, Sparm, how much do you remember about the war?
Gerald's Meadery, Wendell's Winery, Murphy's Pub, a lot of blood, a lot of violence, a mine cart, and a clown named Kevin.
So, the Watchers of the Weave and the Artificers duked it out for way too many years for anyone to bother keeping track of. And apparently a bunch of people are still pissy about it.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
We ran into some old codgers from both sides on the boat. The shit hit the fan in the most spectacular way.
How spectacular
The
are we
boat
talking?
went a goddamn hurricane just on the boat.
Fucking Nito.
So this motherfucker Gomeo, at the moment we're headed toward the Senate, I suppose to rat him out. Motherfucker's not playing by the rules, and that's just no good for anybody.
Tell me, brother, has he been looting or polluting?
Well, he littered boat wreckage all over the sea and the beach, so I guess you could say that.
What a fucking twat! Who does that? I'm sure that was a perfectly good beach. Did he send men to clean it?
Kinda.
Did he go down and bother to clean it?
In a way, but by clean it, if you mean kill the survivors, then yes.
He definitely sent some folks to pick up some trash. It's just that the trash was us.
Not
What a
trash.
bag of dicks!
Yes.
Brother, sorry that you've had to go through this, and yeah, I'll help you out, and you know what? I might just stick around long enough to give him one good dick kick. Just one good dick kick. Like, he sounds like a guy who needs a good kicking in the dick.
Well, if I remember right from days past, you give a mighty fine kick to the dick.
I give the finest dick kicks in the land. That's why they used to call me Dick Kick Dave. Really happy they let me use my actual name. That gimmick was going nowhere.
Quick question. Is that all you're going to say about what happened?
Well, you know, when the boys talk, we tend to get sidetracked.
Yeah, that's fine. This is very important.
Were you thinking it was pretty critical that I cover the...
No, I'm not going to put you anywhere. Just if that's all you say, that's fine. I just need to be very clear about what you say.
Let's see. Boat, crash, picking up the trash.
Shoes, like, scoots down, looking you in the eyes, but they're like upside down, and just goes,
Yes, Cat.
"Twins, Dad,
Oh.
die."
Yes. So the insane motherfucker who broke the boat, he killed the old bastard from the artificers. He killed the old bastard from the artificers, and we carted his body from the beach into town, found his boys, and they burned him up. It did not go as cleanly as we might have hoped. There was some dumping out of a bag. It was not my best Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday. Let it be known in the canon.
I need to know right now. Does Mordai get a little emotional talking about this?
About what specifically?
About what happened to our Gary.
Are you kidding? Mordai witnessed the passing of a warrior. Mordai went out of his way to make sure the man was burned with a hat.
That's true.
There are some feels.
Okay, so Choose leans down and with the quarter of Gary's handkerchief that Choose has in their bag, wipes at your eyes.
Thank you, Kat.
I mean, it's also a pretty emotional day because he nearly died that day too.
Yeah, we went through some shit.
If it were the first time Mordai nearly got himself killed.
Yeah, I remember 83.
Let's see.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm willing to help you, of course, brother. What would you suggest our first course of action be?
Oh, and I should probably mention we did go and see a seer, and we
what did
saw
the
some
seer
things
see?
well, we saw some things worth seeing.
The seer seen some
Although
things
I'm
worth
not
seeing, and
entirely
you
sure.
saw the things worth the seer see? Wait.
Well, now I can't. Now I have to see if I can say what we saw.
Oh.
Why? What? Can you say what you saw? Can you say what the seer saw? You see?
This is the greatest moment of any campaign I've ever been in ever, for the record.
Bless.
We were flung back to the final moments of the war. Each of us in a giant machine monstrosity.
Sounds pretty rad so far.
No.
The small cat was
Significantly
not
less
with us.
rad.
Save. Friends.
The small cat did save us, probably. Maybe? It's tough to say. But we did. I think we saved the city.
When you say we, do you mean like you guys, we, or the grander we that includes me?
I mean me, the small child, and the small child with a beard.
So it's basically, Spartan, what you get is through this vision, you understand that they fought a couple of giant beasts, or like of the corrupted Goliaths, or corrupted, what did I call them? Corrupted behemoths.
That's it.
Corrupted colossals. That sounds good too. Behemoths, and in doing so, caused the accident that happened to the forgotten city underneath Citadel. Which, Sparp, you actually had some relatives that used to live there before their untimely passing.
Word.
And in their final acts, they actually saved the city as it was falling by holding them up with the mechs, and that's why the mechs are actually underneath the city of Citadel right now.
Noted.
You actually don't... Did you mention Burrell? Are you mentioning Burrell in all this?
I mentioned the guys who were sent to clean up the trash.
Okay.
I didn't name any of them.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's quite a lot of shit, but a deal's a deal.
Actually, you know, one of the guys who came to kill us, you might actually like him. He seems to be a fan.
One of the guys who was sent to kill us, you might actually like him.
So that sounds bad when you say it like that. He asked for my autograph.
Wait, he asked for your autograph when he was going to kill you?
No. After. What? After I almost died because he almost killed me.
Dude, this was one hell of a Tuesday, wasn't it?
It was one hell of a Tuesday.
Fucking shit, all I do on Tuesday is lift weights.
Yeah, you have to get prepped for the Monday show and the Friday show.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there was that one time that I saved that burning fruit cart, but, you know, that's nothing.
It was a cabbage cart.
Tuesday. Cabbage is a fruit, isn't it? It grows on trees, so it's a fruit.
Okay,
If it grows in the ground, it's a vegetable.
So
God, learn math.
You mentioned everything about Burrell, except for the telltale signs of who Burrell's involved with. It says this point. Do you guys?
That Swamp didn't understand that Burrell is one of the Gauntlet Cabal by Choose going shiny?
Yeah, you at that point, like, okay, so when Sparp, when you kind of put together that the story that the little trash panda said, and what Mordai said is something that kind of rings a bell a little bit. Was the shiny thing on their arm, and you happen to remember someone else who has a shiny thing on their arm.
Shiny thing on their arm. Elaborate. Color. It was a thing that went on the arm. I got that much.
It was a gauntlet.
It was a gauntlet.
They are of the Gauntlet Cabal.
Mr. DM, are there any recognizable features of this gauntlet?
The having the gauntlet, you're able to put together that yes, there's no, it's a kind of like a shiny silver gauntlet, the same one that you remember, if you remember what I told you prior to this.
And this is why I pray to you. Wait a minute. Cal has one of them sons of bitches.
So, go ahead.
I need a beer. Cal has what?
Well, one of them arm sons of bitches that you were just talking about. Cal found one of those.
Oh. When?
I am. I. Spark.exe has stopped working. Please give Spark.exe a moment to pull up his notes. Spark.exe is still a terrible player.
Pretty much since you became the main player in the gauntlet. Oh, we just lost to Josh.
Well, fuck.
My laptop is fucking up. Okay. So
Excuse you, that says fuck Jing.
fuck Jing.
Oh god, it's the worst when
Josh,
my electronics start fuck Jing.
Yeah, basically, I'll let you know that the Kyle had the gauntlet since you went to the prime time. Oh no!
Which was what, a year and a half ago? 2
Yeah,
years ago. Okay.
about a year ago.
I don't know, like a fucking year ago.
Shit, I need to figure out what the hell Mordai has been doing in that time. But, well, shit. I really need a beer. Do you need a beer?
Spark always needs a beer.
I need a beer.
Okay,
the Tilted Kilt's still open.
Yeah, so you know that the Tilted Kilt is still around, even though like part of it caught fire. It's a bit of a rough and tumble kind of bar, but it's the type of bar that is open every day, even holidays. Even when it's on fire, they're going to serve you a nice cold bevy, and it's just down the street in the alley that was in flames.
I do really need a beer, and I need to know more about that. Not without beer, but we need to figure out what the hell just happened with our teammate.
Hello, I'm back.
All right. You really didn't miss much.
Okay.
It was just revealed that Kyle, the former trainer of Mordai and the current trainer and promoter of Sparp, is currently in possession of a gauntlet.
Oh, okay.
Is it not a good thing that he has his gauntlet?
Bad.
It's a thing at the very least. The quality of the thing will be discussed after beer.
I feel like I really should be questioning this more, but I'm also quite sure that you're concerned about your friend. And that gauntlet didn't just potentially catch on fire in front of my eyes. So, jury says that maybe your thing is more important right now.
Trust that if it's about Cal, I'm gonna have to come back to it eventually.
That's fair. Side quest unlocked.
Now,
all of you guys just receive an award notification. Bloop, bloop.
Now,
recounting your calories.
You get an inspiration point for that.
I actually still have one.
You have 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's really lovely. Okay, so what do you guys do?
Well, Russ, I have a question about what Elaine noticed the shadowy figure when he firebolted and ran away.
Yeah, you got a pretty good look at him. You noticed
Did I notice a gauntlet?
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't. There was no gauntlet.
Okay.
This
Did I
person,
notice his hands ungauntleted?
what's that? Yeah, you noticed. You noticed. You could see both. You could see like human hands,
Okay.
or humanoid hands, and you. He was a very tall, like taller than you, probably like 6'5", very built person, but clearly a menacing magic user.
Well, all of the things you described sounds like Mordai to me. Menacing magic user, built a lot taller than me.
So it's at this point that Mordai reveals that uh, uh, he's been in cahoots with Gomeo the whole time,
Cape flourish. It was me the whole time.
and you just reveal that you just with a small goatee. Yeah, yeah. So what do you do? Do you go to the Tilted Kilt? Do you go to see Cal? Do you go to bed? Do you go?
I'm
What do you
some
do?
hobbits. I didn't take the Isengard.
The Hobbit's already there.
Oh shit! Probably not getting paid
So-
for that one, am I?
No.
Damn it!
So Mordai's plan was to go look into what the hell just happened potentially with Lunar. Is anyone not on board with that?
I mean, Sparp at this point is just gonna follow Mordai because we have a deal.
And Choose goes where Mordai goes,
Because hat.
like by
Yeah.
default.
Stumbleduck and Elaine, thoughts on,
Stumbleduck
direction?
cares a lot more about Lunar than Elaine. So Stumbleduck will definitely go along, but still be a little bitter about it.
And Russ, from looking at where it burned out, would we have an idea where exactly it was?
So you would have. You have pretty good knowledge of. You've seen the map. You know kind of a good layout. You saw it heading towards the Balor mines or the Baylor mines within the Baylor Cascades. It looked like it could have burnt up over the town of Darnielle.
Okay, so it wasn't near where we are. Like it's in
No.
town.
No, it was off in the distance. Like with that 20, you got to see it really far away. Like basically, you needed a 19 or a 20 to see it. You're just really keen on that, I guess. And but yeah, it was really far away, and so everyone's kind of confused to how it got out there because it was clearly programmed to make its way to the Senate.
Okay, so Elena's going to point that out and say, if we do like go to try to find the wreckage and see if she's there, it's probably like at Danielle by now where it set
And you guys
fire.
know-
I don't think
Sorry,
we can't make it
interrupt.
there. I don't think we could make it there by foot and get back in the day.
Yeah, we may have to. Is this going to be? Is that John Darnielle?
Yep. In case anyone forgot who our DM is, I'm just saying.
Well,
Carry on.
perhaps if we hitched a ride, where did those animals from the pen go? Were there any mountain goats?
I'm under stamina badge would help us with. Yeah, they still play up with Tilting Kilt sometime. Mandolin guy is really nice.
Yeah, you know that there's a band at the Tilted Kilt. There's a house band. They call themselves they call themselves
I don't know if I should feel bad for what I'm doing to you as a DM right now.
no, they're
I mean,
called.
they're a band at a drinking place. Shouldn't they be the Fountain Goats?
God,
they're
damn it.
they're the Fountain Goats, and they're known as the best bar band out of Denton.
So, I mean, before we get too far away from the question, we probably could not make it to Darnielle and back in the day,
No,
right?
probably not. That's a like it's farther than Trerio, and you probably need to secure some sort of vehicle to get there.
Yeah. I know. We'll take a blimp. Wait, shit.
Too soon?
I'm not sure what the context of that was, but yes, strange gnome creature, I believe that was too soon. It should be noted that at this time, Spark doesn't know anyone's name other than Mordai.
Mordai barely
And
knows anyone.
I'm not gonna bother to ask.
Okay. It does occur to Sparp that if you were to find travel, the Tilted Kilt might be the best place to go for that, as there's always like someone looking for a job.
How do I Sparpify that? Bro, there's broke-ass bums at the Tilted Kilt all the time. Give him rides. Just get a taxi, bro.
I don't know if we really need a bum ride right now. I mean, I'm sure we're all in low spirits, but we...
Well, you know what they say about the Tilted Kilt. You wet your whistle and get a bum ride.
I got nothing.
I mean, I suppose we could get a ride out of town after the meeting in the morning.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
Okay.
Or maybe
Sorry, I'm still silently losing my shit over bum ride.
Okay. So you guys, I'm guessing you guys make your way to the Tilted Kilt.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
So where... I feel like we never discussed this, and you and Pope might have discussed this. Where
would Cal be?
In part. Also, where is... I can't fucking think if we ever named it.
The Gladiator Dome?
Yes.
Yeah, so the
Where
Gladiator
is it?
Dome is it's actually pretty close from here. You'd say it's about a 15-minute walk. It's actually through the alleyway. On the other side of the alleyway. And Cal's home is pretty much within the Gladiator Dome.
Should I roll perception to see if I can see the big neon sign that says the DM wants you to go to the Gladiator Dome?
That's you can go there if you want.
Is that like a spirit vision thing I can have as a worshiper of the Diam?
No. When you try to have your spirit vision, you nothing comes up. But you just get an image of me going.
All right, now Sparm, what do you say? We leave these ones to drink, get ourselves one for the road, and I guess let's go see Cal and take care of some business.
Well, fucking doodle-doo, Captain Greenschween. That sounds like a plan.
So you're gonna go to the Tilted Kilt, drop them off, and go to Cal?
Go to see Cal, but not without some alcohol in Mordai's system first.
Okay. So you make your
Elaine is going to say to that, if he's in the Cabal, I think that it might not be safe to go alone.
I'm just saying,
Listen.
as much as I appreciate you wanting to drop the kids off at the pool, maybe the Tilted Kilt isn't the best place to leave a small woodland creature, a child, and a garden gnome.
Oh no, the cat stays with me. I was specifically talking about the children.
Garden gnome.
I don't know who you are!
What are you more mad about, garden gnome or a child with a beard?
I mean, to be completely fair, Stumbleduck never fucking introduced himself.
yeah.
None of you introduced
none of you.
yourselves.
I just
Choose did!
for the
I
record.
don't know that's your name. You are a talking.
Choose literally pointed to yourself. This happened twice and said choose.
Okay,
I'm
but
still
that's
surprised the beaver's talking.
This happened this session.
Yeah, you are. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I know what a choose is, and I know what a Mordai is. I don't know what the fucking child is or who this gnome is. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to put
you should-
people in headlocks.
You have that kind of awkward situation where you kind of know each other for a little while and you haven't really introduced each other, and you're like, and so
hey you.
and so you realize, by the way, my name is this. So I'm gonna guess that Elaine is probably going to be the first one to make the introduction.
Yeah. So Elaine is going to. My name is Elaine, and who you were calling the garden gnome is called Stumbleduck.
Do I realize that Elaine is a child? I ask because I'm Sparp.
Yeah, you totally do.
She's like 16. She's
Oh,
not
16, never mind. I'm not going to ask how the third grade is.
Stumbles
Okay.
trash talking Sparp with Squirrel, Twig, and Butterfly. Twig isn't really having it because Twig is a nice
Yeah,
person.
Twig's kind of the voice of reason here.
Twig really is the voice of reason here, but Stumbles is really going at it.
Yeah, I find this to be curious because Sparp is environmentally conscious, which is extremely important to Stumbleduck.
Yeah, that's some definitely a point of relation. You guys can agree on conservation for sure.
Stumble doesn't know Sparp yet. Stumble only knows that Stumble was called a garden gnome.
No, also Stumble would have heard
My giant rant about
giant
looters
looters and polluters. So you're pretty well, like you're aware that Sparm kind of annihilates all those who pollute the environment.
Stumble does appreciate that. Still doesn't appreciate being called garden gnome though, but appreciates that.
but is also okay with Mordai calling you a child with a beard.
And one thing you guys actually notice outside of the Senate accommodation is this this gorgeous kind of like garden. It has a lot of like really pretty flowers and bushes, and you actually see little statues in the garden that look like very small versions of Stumbleduck. And you see a little plaque, and it's a it's a statue tribute to the druids of the south of the Ballard Cascades.
Stumble appreciates this. Greatly appreciates this.
So do you guys go to the Tilted Guild?
How many schmeckles do I have?
You've got a few on you. You've got enough.
I've got 30 schmeckles. Fuck it, I'm getting me a fucking 3 wise men.
Yeah,
Followed by 4 horsemen.
Yeah. You actually have a drink there named after, or it was named by you, and it's called the Four Horsemen. And it's quite deadly.
Spark believes he should be punished for the things he's done. The people he wasn't able to save. And Spark decided he's going to start with his kidneys. And or his liver. I was never really that good with trigonometry.
Okay, so I'm just going to call it here. You guys make your way to the Tilted Guild so you can move on. Because everyone's just kind of, it's that thing where you guys kind of stand around for a long time and you keep talking to each other, and it's like, yeah, we should probably get going, and then you keep talking, and then it's like later in the afternoon. So you guys make your way to the Tilted Guild, and by this time it's happy hour.
Yes.
So it's you guys stroll in, and it's a pretty it's like a really big dive bar, and outside you see some pretty scummy people who are just like looking at you a little odd, as if you don't really belong there. You aren't from these parts. You stroll on in, and the live band is playing the Fountain Goats. The Fountain Goats is playing a really good tune about going to Spoons, a town called Spoons, and they're going to Spoons, and it's a pretty catchy tune. It's got like a really good upbeat going, and you guys notice a lot of shady figures who are looking around, or who were kind of looking at you a little. They're very suspicious of you, and you see the bartender. And he's a very large man with short white hair, and he has an eye patch on, and he's got a couple of missing teeth. He has some gold teeth, and he's got a patch on his shirt that says Uncle. And everyone, and Sparp, you know this is as Uncle. Everyone's favorite Uncle. He's the local bartender at the Tilted Guild.
Hey, Uncle. I'll have the usual. And one for my friends as well.
Yeah, we can do that, but remember, you owe me for that last round.
The second I get Cal to pay me, you're paid. You know I'm good for it, buddy.
Yeah, but Cal's acting all funny these days.
Yeah, almost Spark don't play that shit. You know that, Buster.
Yeah. Good job on the good fight tonight. You made me a lot of money. And so he pours y'all a big pints of a kind of a grayish looking lager, and the glass is a little dirty, but it's really cold.
So, point of interest, Elaine didn't almost die today, so she's going to have water.
Uncle looks at you
I point at the child and say, "I'll have hers."
and then Uncle kind of looks at you and goes, "Yeah. Well, and do you actually say that, or do you just say, "Hey, do I want water?"
Actually, yeah, she's going to say, I didn't almost die today. I think that I'm good with water.
So at that point, Sparm just kind of grabs Elaine's spear, and Uncle just kind of like leans down at you and goes, "The day's pretty young still," and then pours you another beer.
She's going to take it, not drink it, but be like, point taken.
I miss this neighborhood.
And
Slams back
so
the beer.
you guys are drinking beer. Are you guys looking for people to get a ride from? Are you? What are you up to?
Today's just
I
pre-game before we go see Cal. We'll find a ride tomorrow.
Shoes has like the barest understanding that Sparp owes this person shinies, and so still not understanding how numbers work. Shoes just leans down to Sparp and gives him 1 gold piece, and like with the most meaningful look, and then just goes back to being on top of Mordai's head.
It's adorable.
Mordai pats cat.
Shoes
I
like
feel like one
In
gold.
this moment that I realized I was muted, I acknowledge that the cutest fucking thing in the world just happened, and I feel like I should roll a Constitution check to see if my heart successfully melts out of my ass or not.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh no.
You actually have to roll a disadvantage at that because of how cute that was.
That's fair. I just won't have a modifier.
Yeah,
I mean, the rest of us are just saving against diabetic shock.
yeah.
Oh dear. You know what? I jokingly suggested this whole scenario. I wasn't expecting to roll a nat 1, yet here we are.
Yeah, so your heart just melts straight out of your asshole and just kind of goes down your leg, and you're kind of just stunned for a second. You kind of lean back a little bit. It's at that point. Roll the 1. Two people bump into you, and you turn around and you notice an even taller person than Uncle. He's about 7 feet tall, a very big hairy guy, and then you also notice a pretty good looking guy who's about the same height as Uncle, about 6 foot, and they don't even say anything to you, and they just go sit down.
Friends of yours?
Sparp wouldn't have. Actually, roll a. I guess a knowledge or knowledge check. I guess, or what was it? An investigation check. I'll give you advantage because you've been here a lot.
I don't know who that is. I have never seen a person in my life. I have never met people. What is people?
Both dice?
Who am I people? Are you people? I rolled a nat 1.
You have advantage on both of
them.
You get to roll 2 dice with advantage.
Oh, is that what the fuck that means?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I thought that was weird. That is a combined 15.
Yeah, so you don't know their names per se, but you happen to know that they're merchants. They kind of they do odd jobs for people.
Oh yeah, I know those guys. They're merchants. They do odd jobs for people. That one's tall as fuck.
And then Uncle looks at you and says, "What do you want?"
Oh, no, different person who's tall as fuck.
Wait, so did Spark, like, really clarify who is tall as fuck? I need to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
choose to... Shit.
So Uncle looks at you and goes, "No, I'm not as tall as he is."
One of them's tall as fuck. The other one's taller than fuck.
No, yeah, one of them's yeah.
Wait. Hang on a second. Uncle, are you meaning to tell me that man over there is named Fuck?
No.
Wait, what's happening right now?
What?
Basically, what just happened, Addie, was we have established that out of the two men that just bumped into Sparp, one of them is taller and one of them is tall as fuck.
Who the fuck is Fuck?
Sorry, one of them is tall as fuck and the other one's taller.
Someone's name is Fuck here, and I don't know.
The bartender's name is Uncle Fuck.
There we go.
I get it.
You guys have deduced that we have found our character from our Twitter suggestion, Uncle Fuck.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
We made it.
We actually made it.
Shit. Does that mean that I might actually get to meet Ted Cruz?
Maybe. So you met Uncle. So Uncle is Uncle Fuck. That's his name. You don't know his real first name, but Uncle or Fuck is his last name. So yeah, you know those two as merchants, and so you can keep drinking. Yeah.
I'm just.
Are those two here a lot? Do you think?
Pardon?
Are those two here a lot? Do you think?
Are you asking Sparp?
I am asking Sparp.
Okay. With the 15, you know that they've been here pretty much almost as often as you are.
I mean, they're here as often as I am. Getting real original with relaying information, I am. It's called role-playing.
You think we should talk to them today or come back tomorrow and bug them then?
I don't know what your schedule is, bro.
That's a fair point. That's a fair-ass fucking point.
I mean, I'm down for whatever. I'm free until Friday. I need to hit the gym, like, at least once, but, like, I can go on an adventure and shit.
I think we can squeeze a workout in.
You know, we actually upgraded the gym. It's actually pretty fucking cool now. We have, like, these, they're called machines, weightlifting machines. They're fucking nifty, bro.
Yeah, they just lift all the weights for you.
Yeah, Uncle knows what the fuck's up. We went and lifted last Tuesday, which I really hope wasn't the same Tuesday as your Tuesday, because man, I feel bad knowing that I was lifting weights, having a good time with Uncle when you were having a bad Tuesday. I'm trying.
Hey, that's all right. You were lifting weights. We were carrying our own heavy load. I'm not drunk enough for this shit yet.
Uncle.
Uncle.
And Uncle just kind of looks back and kind of scoffs a little bit, and then pours in another beer.
Good man. All right, let's go talk to some strangers.
Okay. Então. So you go over to them. How do you introduce yourself?
That is a great question. How do you introduce yourself to strangers in a bar? Damn it.
And are you guys going alone, or are you bringing all of us with you?
I proceed to go up to the strangers. Hola, mi amigos. Mi amo Spark.
Well, hold on, because this is actually a fair question.
Yeah, who goes?
My intention was to leave the small people at the bar and just wear a raccoon, as always.
Okay, I am
Unless you two
I'm going to watch the conversation from where I am, and by that I mean I'm going to make sure that I have line of sight to their lips.
Okay.
Because I am a lip reader.
Yep, totally cool.
I'm sending Squirrel in with them.
Yeah, so you send in Squirrel. Squirrel's kind of just hanging on with Chews, kind of like.
Squirrel's on Chew's shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's a little tower.
So everyone's kind of got eyes and ears on this. And Uncle kind of just leans into you two and goes, "It's best that you stay here. Things might get a little out of hand." And so you two, well, you three, move into these two guys. And Sparp, do you introduce yourself that way?
I.
So I just need the name of someone.
Emilio.
Okay. So the prettier looking one kind of looks at you and looks at Mordai and kind of goes, "Pete, did he just say something?" And Pete kind of just goes, And they kind of look a little. They kind of look a little annoyed, like you're kind of in the way of something.
Ah, yes, right. It's I apologize. I have to remember not everyone speaks my native tongue, Orcish. Hello there. My name is Spark, and these are my friends. We are interested in potentially procuring your services. Did you not know this is what I was doing, Jay?
I didn't.
Let it be known from now on in canon, Spanish is Orcish.
Or at least that Sparp thinks it is.
Yeah.
My tribe is strange.
Yeah, your tribe was a weird one.
Can Infernal be Russian?
Yeah, sure.
Thank God.
So that actually makes sense. Yeah. So
Is raccoon Italian?
No. No, it's not.
So let's see here. So yeah, Pete just kind of shrugs and the really pretty one looks like Well, for our services, you gotta be good on the money, as we're not the cheapest of services. We, if you know what I mean.
You don't get to the Gladiator Dome a whole lot, do ya?
Y'all do your fake fighting, I do the real fighting out here.
Excuse me, sir.
Mordai silently casts thaumaturgy and causes his eyes to appear as just burning orbs. Did you mean to suggest something about our skills in the ring?
Okay. Are you making intimidation by chance?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and burn a point of inspiration on that.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, I probably didn't need to. Let's see. See, intimidation. Add another one. 24.
So that's with your inspiration?
You know what? Why don't I just make sure I didn't crit?
Okay.
I didn't crit.
Okay. Yeah. So the pretty looking one goes, well, I didn't mean anything by it. I just meant like you and I have two different jobs. And by the way, where have you been? You haven't been fighting in a long time.
You know, it came time for the demon to step out of the ring.
Now,
we all
two
reach our
things
end.
from that. A, you feel like a little offended, but B, you also feel pretty cool that someone recognized you.
Yeah.
Mordai the Ram Robinson.
You know, we all reached the end of our days in the ring. Mine came a little earlier than I would have liked, but shit happens.
Right. So while I'm doing my job, I want to get paid really well for it.
Well, it is possible that we can arrange really well. How well are we talking here?
Depends what kind of job. Now I'm the fastest merchant you'll ever find.
I look to Mordai with a well glance, since he's the one with the plan, and I'm the one with the
face.
Yeah.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
Well, friend, we're not looking for much. Sometime tomorrow, probably around midday, if you were headed that way, we could stand to hitch a ride out to Darnielle.
Yeah, I guess I make trips out to Darnielle pretty often. Now, are y'all supposed to be going out that way? Because just between you and I, we might be traveling with some unsanctimonious goods.
I don't know what that word means.
It means it might be better if we were not seen along with their cargo.
Oh, gotcha. I work as a gladiator. One of us gets busted with coke every other week. I'm good.
Yeah, it's not like we're exactly the most scrupulous members of society. Now,
I
say
also
we were
don't know what that word means, but I'm pretty sure I don't screw.
Now, say we were amenable to that. How much would you want to take on a little extra ballast on your trip?
50 gold.
A head?
No, how many y'all want to go?
Well, I know about me, this big guy, and the goat.
5, maybe 6.
Choose is the goat.
Yeah, I guess if we move that one box to the back and then I guess we could probably squeeze y'all in. Pete, what do you say? And Pete kind of looks down at this pretty guy and says, "All right, y'all have a deal. I want 50 gold tomorrow morning."
I think that we can arrange that, no problem.
We can make that happen. Where should we meet?
Shinies?
Yes, lots of shinies.
Just a couple, Cat.
Now it's funny because this is kind of one of the first instances that where Choose actually says something and someone understands just fine.
And furthermore, does not question.
Yeah, it doesn't question it at all.
Kill. That's why I come to the tilted kill.
Choose doesn't understand numbers. Choose just hands Mordai the bag and just goes, meh. Choose has more than enough.
Yeah, you look in the bag and there's like way too much gold in there, and you're like, "What is going on?" And
you said 50, right?
Yeah, it's 50 gold, unless you
Okay.
want to like try to convince him otherwise.
See, Choose doesn't understand what numbers are, so I think that would be up to somebody else.
I noticed Shoes hand down this massive fuck pile ton of money. Look at Mordai, look down at the money again, and turn to the guys. I believe it's fair that we exchange the money in the morning, yes?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Aye.
I might need a deposit of 10 gold to begin with, though.
Mordo
Just so I know that you're all coming.
I look to the man
reaches into
holding
his
the
own
fuck
belt
pile
pouch,
of money.
not the bag.
Okay.
And
So
hands
50
over
is
10
agreeable
gold.
for everyone? Okay.
Fuck, I'm game with 50. These motherfuckers are flipping the bill, shit.
All right. So 50 gold. And Mordai, I need you to do a dexterity saving throw for me. Oh, Choose too,
Why Choose?
because you're on top of Mordai.
Hang on,
Oh,
hang
yeah.
on. Okay, so I got a 23.
Okay, and Mordai.
I got a 9.
So you get pushed to the side pretty hard, and you nearly topple over. Squirrel and Choose hold on, and they're quite all right. And you guys notice this tiny. It looks like a moon elf, and he looks kind of angry.
A MILF. Hang on, that sounds too close to MILF. I don't
Whoa,
like it
yeah.
anymore.
This moon elf looks really angry. He looks pretty pissed off with this guy. And he says, "Indy, what happened to our last package? Our delivery didn't come through." And Indy responds with, look, man, we got held up by the Royal Guard, and I had to dump the shipment. It's not my fault that the Royal Guard upped their thing. You guys don't pay enough for us to go around the long way."
I smell tension.
And the moon elf goes, "Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much we pay you now." And then the moon elf actually starts to summon a spell.
I'm assuming that I see this.
Yeah, you can see it's right happening.
I'm going to roll to punch this fucker in the jaw with the intent to knock him out.
Okay. Do an attack.
Oh Christ!
It's at this point. What'd you get?
Do you see the smile on my face, Russ?
No, because it's actually cut off by the boxes.
I rolled a nat 20.
All
Oh, thank
right.
Christ.
So why don't you just tell me what you do?
I proceed to, like, not even look over, just punch this motherfucker in the jaw, assume he went wobble-legged, and say, nope, not having another hole in this bar. I don't know if she can take another one.
Okay, so yeah, the moon elf just goes like, actually, let's do dexterity. Yeah, moon elf just goes flying, lands on their back.
You know what?
It's a little
For that
dazed.
matter, is it possible that Uncle saw any of that happen?
Uncle sees it. He knows not to interfere in certain circumstances like this.
Did he see, okay, I look over. Hey, Uncle! Saw that guy was about to cast a spell, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, let's just say, hypothetically, something like that were about to happen, and I were to save the ship from getting another hole. That'd be worth 25 gold getting knocked my tab, wouldn't it?
Yeah, since you just made a 20, he'll be like, yeah, okay, and then turns around and starts pouring more beer.
In this hypothetical universe, it's wonderful doing business with you.
Anytime there, Sparb.
I love him so much.
Or, sorry, anytime there, Sparb. And
if I'm gonna knock a motherfucker out with one punch, I might as well try and lower my tab, you know?
yeah, totally. And so, you notice then his concentration's broken, but the moon elf kind of slowly gets up and he starts to try to do the spell again. But before the spell actually finishes, yeah, Indy actually fires off a spell of his own and casts a fairly large firebolt that hits him in the head for... Okay, so he actually clears off his head.
In the ancient tales of my people, they said that Greedo shot first.
So, Elaine.
I'm aware, Chris. I'm aware.
And
Elaine
then
was obviously paying attention to all of this, and seeing this, Elaine just takes that beer that she had that she wasn't touching and just swings it.
And Uncle looks at you and goes, "Told you." And so Indy, who you know now knows the pretty guy. Indy just looks at the situation and says, "We'll meet you here tomorrow."
Aye.
Sounds good.
Hang on. I start to walk away. I stop. I do a half turn. Hey, the guy wasn't important or anything, right?
Not anymore.
Fair enough. And I proceed to walk back to the bar.
All right.
So, when Mordai was bumped into, none of us noticed that it was like a pickpocketing attempt. It was just yelling at these other people, right?
Well, you haven't really checked his body. You went to really. I mean, make a perception check. I mean, he's already dead, so I don't think you would have noticed.
Okay, because I did type in the chat that I wanted.
Oh, did you?
See. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you can like retcon that. Both of y'all can.
Okay. And
in the
like
future, just say that.
Okay. Like we could just go with my like passive investigation.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Well, no, you guys asked for it. I just didn't see it. So you can make that roll.
Okay. That's an unnatural 20.
Thank God.
Okay. Yeah, you notice that he did try to go for something. He saw him try to go for his sack. Not the big one. Not the big one. That's not Chew's sack, but Mordai's sack. The smaller one. And yeah, he might have gotten something. You're pretty sure he did, but you probably have to check the body to be sure.
Oh fuck, I'm not muted.
So, Elaine is going to go over to him and check.
Are you searching his body?
Yes.
Okay, roll.
I feel like that's a
roll,
little bit
check.
less conspicuous than Mordai doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, make a roll. Make a check.
I found nothing.
You found no gold, no nothing, no.
I don't even think that I found the person's body. I'm just
What was the number?
You're not even sure. It's like a pretty quiet night, but you're like, where did it go?
I'm just drinking and staring at where the head should be. I'm just staring at the head like there should be a head there. The
Do you
head
want
is
to
gone.
take 10 on it?
What was that?
what's the check?
Do you want to take 10 on it?
Well, he did.
No, I'm just going to say that Elaine was very distracted by
The headlessness of it.
that there was no head. So, like, if you would now like to check and be like, because right now you just see Elaine staring at the body and not even going towards it, just staring at it.
Yeah, Mordai walks over. What you looking at there, little one?
Well, when he was alive, I was going to say that you should check to see if you weren't pickpocketed, but he's got no head.
Okay, now it having been mentioned, can Mordai check his?
Yeah, your gold's gone.
Mother, fucking. Yeah, Mordai gets down on one knee and searches the body.
Make a roll.
Do I need to add inspiration before rolling?
Nope.
Can I add inspiration?
Yep.
Did you get a nat one as well?
I did. That's like 3 in a row. I'm about to retire this die. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I fucking crit. I find all of the money everywhere forever.
Yeah, you find your gold. You find an additional 20 gold. Actually, you know what? You find 50 gold.
Nice.
That wasn't yours. You find he has a couple letters on him. You find he has a small dagger on him, and a small crystal on him, and you find an earring, and you also find a. Would you find that?
So the JO crystal, because I can help you charge it.
You find a piece of black cloth.
Okay. Resolving to take a look at the letters when we actually get down for the night.
One of those
See.
letters happen to be a W. Again, did not realize that I was not muted. I'm really happy in this case, though.
Yeah.
Gonna show the dagger, the crystal, the earring, and the black cloth to Elaine. And
Okay,
say,
so Elaine immediately recognizes the black cloth as a piece of the cloth that was on the person that fired the firebolt at her in the alleyway. The small crystal looks like a summoning crystal, like or a focus crystal, something that sorcerers tend to use to summon magic. The dagger is just a small, ordinary dagger, you think. And you have a couple letters.
And what about the earring?
It is a single earring. Why don't you roll an investigation check on that?
Okay. That would be a 17.
Yeah. So you notice that as the earring, you recognize it as the earring that was on the dead person in the alleyway.
So this person just looted the body, is what I'm getting out of this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty fair assessment. Like you think they probably just kind of went through and tried to clean up everything from him.
Yeah, so Elaine is going to say the person that I saw at the fire who told me that the Royal Guard were involved in starting the fire. She had this earring, and I think that he just took stuff from there. This black cloth also seems like it was what the person that started the fire was wearing. But since it's a piece of it, I'm assuming that he just looted what was left.
Which makes Sparm feel even better about the whole situation because they just like one punched a looter.
Yes, he was a looter.
Fucking right, I did.
It's at this point, you guys have kind of made a bit of a ruckus, a little bit of commotion, and some other people kind of notice what happened. They come over and they look over at the dead body, and they go, "Hey, he owed me a lot of money," and then, "Oh, you know what? No, you owe me money." So you see like a lot of people starting to argue over each other owing each other money.
You guys, we should probably get out of here if this is what the conversation is turning into.
yeah, I say we exit stage wherever the fuck the exit is.
Yeah, so as you guys make your way out, a brawl ensues, and as you guys are leaving, Uncle goes, "Sparm, your tab," and then you guys walk out.
I would like to note that I flick him the single gold coin and then scream, "I'll be back!"
Yeah, and he's like, "Like always," and grabs the coin and puts it in his tip jar.
I'm just assuming that Mordai is at this point carrying several smaller party members to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're making it out there.
I almost feel like...
Did we ever pay the 10 gold we had to pay
Yep,
to secure
that was paid.
item?
I did.
That's fair.
I did.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that happened like before you got bumped and
It did.
robbed. So like,
Yep.
we're good.
See, I just imagine that Uncle would just be really happy that for once the gold was made, or the coin was made of gold.
Yeah. Because you pulled that a couple times. Once it's made of like paper.
So
no,
time.
not anything like that. I like Uncle, just usually it's a copper.
Yeah.
I like him enough to not rip him off, but not enough to give him real money.
So are you guys now out of game? How are you guys feeling in terms of keeping going on? Do you guys want to? I know it's kind of been kind of dull and a little a lot of talking.
I'm exhausted.
I need to pee so badly.
You can go pee. Do you guys want to call it here tonight, or do you guys want to?
I will leave it
Josh,
up
I know
to
it's getting close
the.
to 3.
What's that?
I was saying,
Yeah,
Josh, I know it's getting close to 3. I know that's the soft limit you kind of proposed.
Yeah. I think that we could call it now. Like, if we wanted to do another, like, half an hour or so, I'd be fine with that.
I mean, the thing I had in mind next was we go and visit Cal, which, to be honest, I see that being a fair amount of conversation for me and Pope, but I don't.
Not as much as you think.
So, like, I'm fine if we want to hit that up real quick first.
Addie, how you feeling?
I'm good.
Okay. Sparp, how you feeling?
If the rest of the party's up for it, Sparp is up for it.
All right, it won't be too much longer.
Are you?
Sparp would like 5 minutes to get something to drink and use the bathroom.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Nicole's
Okay.
off to the bathroom right now, and we'll finish up this. It's I know it's really talk heavy, not a lot of action, but kind of getting the story together and
Right, yeah. All right, but yeah, I'll be back in like 5.
cool.
Also,
I'm gonna
speaking
tell
of-
you. Huh?
I was going to say, speaking of talk heavy, Mordai has been doing a fair amount of talking this episode. Josh, Addie, are you guys feeling
Yeah, so-
talked over at all?
yeah.
Am I kind of shouting you guys down, or are you okay?
No, that's fine. But I do think I fell asleep at some point during this.
Yeah, I think you might have as well.
So that's
I-
not you. That's me. I didn't have coffee. So
Yeah. Well, feel free to kind of go through this afterwards if you need to. And
I'm definitely going to.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
something
and
that I found very helpful.
Elaine was just being quiet because, like, Mordai and Swamp just, like, saw each other again after not seeing each other for a while. So
Yeah.
Elaine was like, I'm gonna let the bros, like, bro it out, and I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I'm gonna be our...
We'll be pretty quick finishing up here. There's a few things that need to happen before you guys finish.
I'm
Um,
definitely more awake than I was 10 minutes ago. So
I've been having
good.
that problem recently myself, where I've been like really nodding off, like in like everyday settings.
Yeah.
I think it's just from the steroids, but
For me, it's just I woke up at like 5:30 in the morning, and I've been up since then.
yeah, it sucks.
And no coffee. I don't think I had any coffee today. Too.
I had a lot of coffee. Like more than coffee than I wanted. But I'm also very tired, and I do have to work tomorrow morning.
I'm still here. I'm just sitting on the floor.
Okay.
Well, Russ, are you having fun?
I'm having fun. I recognize there's not a lot of like fighting going on recently, or at all. We'll get to that. This is kind of a
I mean,
story
it's not
heavy-
like there hasn't been action.
Yeah, this is true. And it's just it hasn't been like a lot of like fighting, but
So while they're awake, can someone explain to me what happened to someone's head? Just real
okay.
quick.
So when initially when the moon elf started to cast the spell, a Sparp one punched it, and the moon elf went flying. Then when the Sparp called over to Uncle, who then eventually gave back or relieved 20 to 25 gold off of Sparp's tab for doing that because they rolled a crit.
Cool.
basically, the moon elf tried to summon a spell again, and Indy, the pretty guy, he
Blew his fucking head off.
blew his fucking head off with a firebolt.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And then
then-
between Mordai and Elaine, they realized that the guy stole Mordai's fucking coin purse.
Yeah.
So that's why we were rooting around in a corpse again.
Oh, and you got 20 gold for that too, extra, right? Or 50?
No, 50.
50. I was there for that. We're good.
Yes, you were. Wait, Addie, where are you?
On the floor.
I'm on the
Yeah.
floor.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
Oh no, it's just my chair is very comfortable, and if I'm in it, I'm gonna end up falling asleep.
Okay, then.
It wasn't just money. There were also plot coupons.
There's a lot of plot devices in there. A couple letters that no one's really read yet. A dagger,
Only
an
because you're
earring.
in a good place for reading letters.
Yeah. There's a dagger that didn't really seem that important. A earring and a piece of black fabric that came off of the cape of the figure, that the spooky, mysterious figure that attacked Elaine. And we're just gonna wait for Josh to get back there. So, just we're gonna keep. We're just gonna finish off by going to Cal's place. It won't be too long.
Okay.
And Cal's going to say, Mordai, your head has so much more hair than I remember.
Hello, I'm back.
Hey, back. Welcome back. Good to see you back. All right, so you guys make your way out of the tilted kilt, narrowly avoiding a barroom brawl, which both. Oh, Sparmp isn't back yet. Sparmp is just grabbing a drink. Hopefully, they didn't forget. We'll wait for them.
I have
But,
a question.
Yeah.
If I tell me if I'm muted, because I have one of those like thingies on my headphones now. So
Yeah, you're muted. Still muted.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm fine here. We're good.
Yeah, again, we won't be too much longer.
All right, but if anyone makes a pun, someone link that link that I linked earlier.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm going to have to do something because I'm out of inspiration points now.
Yeah. Okay, welcome
I
back.
needed to use them. I really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry that took me an extra second. I was discussing dinner with the roommate.
That's cool.
It's all good.
All right, so you guys have narrowly avoided a barroom brawl, which is actually funny because Sparmp is fairly famous for them. You both, everyone kind of gets out of the bar pretty quickly, unscathed. It's at this point you guys decide, okay, maybe it's time to give Kyle a good old visit.
Cal?
Curl?
Oh,
Cole? Yeah.
I guess you two can walk. Quarrel!
All right, so you guys make your way to the Coliseum, to the Gladiator Dome, and Sparmp knows the way, and Mordai, you seem to remember the way to get to the living quarters of Kyle.
Can it be called the Shatter Dome?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god, yes.
Right?
That's so good.
Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm at like half-mast right now. The Shattered Dome.
Yeah, it's called the Shatter Dome. It's so badass.
3/4 mast. 3/4.
That was wonderful, Jay.
I mean, given a major point of inspiration for this setting, I can't believe I didn't think of it sooner.
So, you actually hear, as you guys get closer to the Shatter Dome, you hear announcements going over the PAs going, Friday, Friday, Friday. All come to the Shatter Dome, where you'll see Sparm take on multiple opponents. You'll see them in the steel cage, steel cage, steel cage. Friday, Friday, Friday in the Shatter Dome.
So I guess we better have you back by Friday.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Really fucking nice if they talk to me about these kinds of matches first, but sure, let's just throw me in a cage.
Well, I was gonna ask who
Not
you were
even
fighting.
advertise who my opponents are.
Yeah, your opponents are like they're from like different towns, and they're not like they're contracted, and like as much as you're a hero right now, a lot of your opponents are just like jobbers with.
No, Mordai, the one fucking problem with this place, we rely too much on names. Anytime we can get an ex-Mega Coliseum guy, we fucking sap him right up. Maybe if we spent a little bit more time building up some of the other homegrown talent. I'm just saying, the Reindeer Kid deserves a push. He deserves a fucking push.
Well, yeah, the Reindeer Kid who's famous for his red nose, which he gained actually
he's a real
from
alcoholic.
Yeah, he's kind of gone downhill. He actually got his red nose from you punching it so hard that it just flattened out, and it actually the blood tattooed itself into the skin.
Me or Mordai?
No, you Sparp.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way to the Shatter Dome, and you guys know the way to Kyle's.
Making my way down south through the dome. Smart better fucking get paid, yo.
So you guys make your way to the entrance to his living quarters, and you're at his door. What do you guys do? What is it? Yeah, come in.
Hey, Cal. How we doing today?
I'm all right. I need. Just give me a minute here. Give me a minute here, there, Sparring. But I got your money right here.
All right, that's
And
good.
he actually throws you a bag. He's turned around, so he doesn't quite see who's at the door. But he just kind of throws a bag behind his shoulder. And it's full of your prize winning.
I solely because of how we have described Cal up to this point, I'm gonna go ahead and roll to make sure that the right amount is in there.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, you do you want to like count it or like?
Honestly,
guess
I'm
from how
okay with
you-
just weighing out the bag, like kind of.
Yeah, make a roll. Make a roll.
What would I add to that?
Investigate, probably.
Would that be like a perception
Yeah,
check?
it'd be an investigation.
Let me see what my. Oh, I got plus nothing to that. Okay, cool. 14.
Yeah, you can generally tell it's all there.
Oh, well, thanks a lot, Cal. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, you keep bringing those people in. He's looking down on at some books, and he's not quite looking at you.
So, who you got me working on Friday anyway?
Not quite sure yet. You keep beating everyone up.
That's fair.
I'm trying to get some people over from Bury, but I guess they had some brawls going on in Bury, and so we're kind of short some people, and so I kind of just throw a promo up before.
Cal, I keep telling you, Westerton. You need to look at Westerton. The talent there is phenomenal, And I feel like if we brought some of them in, we get a real business boom.
Yeah. I get it. I just don't like. I like to keep I like to keep it from bigger cities, and I don't necessarily like getting them that city their money there. But maybe you might be right.
I'm just saying, and you're all like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Again, he's still not looking at anything, and he's not the most perceptive person in the world, so he hasn't noticed anyone else yet.
I mean, is a dude.
No.
That's a good dude.
Lay down. That's a good dude.
I literally don't know if I should introduce my friends or not. Oh dear.
Yes, dear.
Is Mordai upset?
Yeah, how's Mordai feeling right now?
Mordai can't decide if he wants to speak up or not because
How do you feel about the booking situation here?
But no, I need to know, is Mordai upset?
And I look over at Mordai's face. What do I see?
Also, everyone make a perception check.
Fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus.
I got a 19.
fucking because he loves me.
Okay, but that's my go-to stress song.
Okay,
That's a 6.
okay, that's fine. 12. Yeah.
I got my 19.
Yeah, that's fine. Josh, 6, great. Addie, what'd you roll?
I don't think Addie did.
Addie, did you fall asleep?
Addie?
Either Addie's muted
Addie's
or
asleep.
Addie's asleep.
Addie is asleep.
Damn it.
It was in that moment that the garden gnome all of a sudden realized that he needed to help someone save a ton of money on their vacation.
Yeah, Stumbleduck realized...
Stumbleduck walked off quickly to go answer his cell phone.
Stumbleduck
Sorry,
saw a
his-
rabbit.
No,
under
what it
a
was
tree.
is...
Cell phone?
the stairway to get up to was
It's
too high, and so Stumbleduck's kind of just struggling.
Okay.
I accept this.
Yeah.
So what don't
What
we
do we
see?
see?
Yeah. So Choose actually notices a bit of a glimmer coming from off of Kyle's right arm.
Cows?
Kyle's right arm. Sorry.
Okay. But I still need to know if Mordai is upset.
Is Choose going to point out the glimmer?
No. I mean, Choose will just, like, bend down and go, shiny. And point.
Is that enough for Mordai to notice the glimmer?
I mean,
Yeah.
you understand.
Yeah, you
Choose
understand.
pretty well.
You know what Choose is trying to say.
Okay, because then his stomach sinks.
Okay. That's all I need. Hang on.
Oh my God, are you doing what I think you're doing?
I think so. Wait, hang on. Because Choose
dear.
would have, advantage.
What are you doing?
How much damage do you think Raccoon Fist does?
1d4.
1d4? Cool.
Are you sneak attacking?
Well, see, like, here's the thing. That would be,
Before you start, tell me what you're doing.
Choose wants to leap off of Mordai's head and punch this dude square in the fucking face and just scream hot fuck damn. And then after doing so, look back at Sparp and Mordai looking for
You need to do an acrobatics check first.
an acrobatics check.
Yep.
Great. And I meant that genuinely. This is So that's an 8.
Yeah, so you jump and you're like, ah! And you don't quite make it. And so you kind of like you're jumping and swinging at the same time, and you and Cal's kind of just like standing over his desk reading something. So you just like you punch the shit out of Cal's boot. Like you get right in the calf.
Smells like unemployment.
Is this where I roll my damage?
Yeah, you roll and that would have been a sneak attack too.
I get my D4 plus 2d6.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 6.
Yeah. Okay. So, you nearly take out Cal, and Cal turns around and he's like, "What the hell was that?" And he kind of boots you. So, what's your AC?
My AC?
Yeah.
My AC is 16.
Okay. So he boots you, but you don't quite get hit. It's more like a panicked boot. And when he turns around, he sees Mordai, and Mordai sees Cal, and Mordai sees the gauntlet. And Elaine, you feel really warm.
At this moment, I would like to point out that Sparp is thinking of each and every single indie he can go and work after this.
And so Cal looks down at Choose. Okay, looks down at Choose, and goes, "Well, wow, you're a real strange looking dog. Whose dog is this?
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's a gopher, Cal.
Whose gopher is this?" And it looks at you and goes, "Why?"
Juice just goes, self! Juice is mad.
What do you say?
Self.
Choose.
Choose belongs to their self.
And so when you say that, Cal looks down and goes, "Oh, okay. Mordai, who you moving around with nowadays? What are you doing back here?" And starts to walk up to you, and you notice suddenly his arm. He starts to lift his arm with the gauntlet on it, and
That's enough walking for the moment, Cal.
Now,
and so Cal then he doesn't stop. He goes, "It's been far too long," and gives you a giant hug. And you're like this while he hugs you, and he gives you a big bear hug, and he picks you up, and he's like, "Mordai, how you been?"
Pain.
Now, there's no hard feelings from last time I saw you, right?
Back.
Oh, he puts you down. He puts you down. You gotten soft there, Mordai.
Well, I haven't been in the ring in a year and a fucking half.
Hey, man, there's no hard feelings about that. Business is business, and, I gotta do what's good for business. What's best for business,
I've heard about what's best for business.
Yeah, here's Sparp, and he whacks Sparp on the shoulder. Sparp is great here, although sometimes the company is kind of odd. And looks down at Choose.
I've had a hell of an afternoon, Cal.
I can tell. Did you go save the day again?
Sure I mean, yeah, but I feel like things got a little bit more complicated than that.
What happened?
I feel like you're about to say something.
At that point, Mordai is going to reach down and put shoes back on his head.
What an interesting hat.
I think it's quite fashionable.
Although I feel like we should keep it away from the ancient kingdom of the English. Anyways, long story short, some shit blew up, and then some more shit blew up. And I met these guys, and I saved the people from the shit that blew up. And then some more shit blew up.
Did the whole Blood Alley burn up?
Surprisingly, no. One house? Oh, fuck yes.
Good job. Good job. A lot of fans are going to really appreciate that.
Well, out of character, it was like the governor house that got blown up, right?
Okay. It's at this point, Elaine?
Yes.
You, for a split second, everything around you completely disappears, and all you see is fire. And you see a very large shadow figure. And you also see Lunar right next to him. And as quick as it happens, it disappears.
Okay. Elaine is going to keep that to herself for now.
Okay.
Because she doesn't really know what she could say in front of this guy who is a member of the Cabal and who she thinks probably caused part of her vision.
I'm just a wrestler, bro.
And so Kyle kind of goes to and says, Morda, what are you doing here? What are you doing back in Citadel?
Well, before I answer that, I feel like you've got a little bit more to tell me. Where'd you find that fancy glove?
Would you believe me if I told you I won it in a poker game?
If only because I know how much goddamn poker you play. Who'd you win it off of, old man?
I won it off of a very, it's a bit complicated, I suppose. I won it off a very short man and a very tall blonde man.
That sounds familiar. I say out of character. I don't.
What?
That sounds familiar.
Short man, a tall blonde man.
I will note, if you're thinking of Indy and Peter, Peter has very dark hair, dark brown hair.
Ah, yes, I'll be fucking myself over here then.
Yeah.
Indy's also 6 feet tall. Like, that's not
Yeah.
short.
Yeah, no.
I'm 7'2".
Yeah, so that'd be short for him, but yeah. No, it doesn't quite seem to be the people you're thinking of.
Alright, then yes, I'll be fucking myself over here then.
And you thought your best plan was to go ahead and put the damn thing on.
Well, it's not exactly how that happened, but look, it seems like you've probably seen this before, am I right?
Once or twice.
Well, you're real lucky, and there's got to be a reason for that. Not a lot of people live to see these things twice.
Yeah, I
Up
almost
close,
did.
at least. You don't say. Who'd you see?
Who did I make that out to? Borel.
Oh, yeah, Burrell. I know that cat. He's a big fan of yours.
Yeah, I heard. Is there a reason
look.
why he tried to kill me?
If he was trying to kill you, he was just getting paid.
Who's paying you these days, Cal?
Oh, the people. The people are paying me, and you know what? I tell you what, the business is good. Now, I tell you what, I'm on the level. Yeah.
Is there hang on, I forget what all skills are in
Are you suggesting you want
insight skill thing.
Yeah, you want to roll an insight check?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. If anyone else wants to, they can go ahead too.
Could I
which
maybe
check?
have advantage because
Uh,
the dude fucking raised me?
Yeah, totally. I'll let everyone else have roll, but you'll definitely get advantage on that.
Nice.
But
I
which check?
got an 8.
You're doing an insight check, so that's a wisdom check.
That's a 17.
Okay.
Hang on, what are we rolling for? My
Insight.
roommate needed to ask me something.
Insight.
Insight?
This is after, and at Sparp, you can actually roll an advantage as well. This is after Mordai asking who's paying. Cal responded, "The people, and the business is good." And he's referring to how well you're doing in terms of bringing people in.
I just rolled a nat 20, so I'm assuming I see
Yes,
all.
Elaine, what did you roll?
I got an 8.
So, yeah, Jay, everyone else, you get the distinct impression that although he's not exactly telling you something, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Like he's not being forthcoming, really, but that is not a lie.
There's something he's clearly not telling you, but
If I look at him, do I notice if he has a necklace on at all?
He doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, he has like a nice big chain, but it's like a gold chain.
Yeah.
Does he also have a turtleneck sweater?
No. I should kind of give you a description of Cal. Cal is a very tall, bald man with a black beard. He's got a big golden chain on. He has some rings on the fingers of the hand that doesn't have the gauntlet on. He wears a big muscle belt and black pants.
What kind of shirt's he wearing? I picture him with like a
He's got a big
vibrant
vest.
colored but like open
Yeah,
vest.
he's got like an open vest. We'll say it's green. So he says, "Look here, Mordai. Things have changed since you've come and gone, but I'm still the same Mordai. I'm still the same Cal you know and love, or don't love, depending on how you feel about our last interaction." This here glove is just a sign of me making new friends. But I tell you what, and you can trust me. And he puts the hand with the gauntlet on it. That Borel fella is a real big fan of yours. He must have been getting paid a lot of money if he wanted to kill you.
Cal, you wouldn't happen to have any clue who could have paid this Burrell fella? Could you have?
Now, Spar, but now you don't want to be asking questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Sparm? Fuck me. Cal, you know the kind of brotherhood that our profession brings. Mordai is one of us.
I'm
Please.
so glad to see him, but as a brother, sometimes a brother needs to protect a brother. Do what's best for him. Yeah, he's trying to keep a pretty tight lip about it. You might be able to convince him, but right this way, he's pretty quiet on the matter.
Cal.
Go ahead.
You think the best thing is to keep me from whoever's gunning for my head?
Look, son. There's some holes you might not want to go down. You could try and make it. I would ask actually, just try and make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm gearing up for one.
Yeah. And more Sparm, it sounds like you want to as well. Choose as if you want to as well. By all means, go ahead.
What check again?
Persuasion. And if you get it, I want to hear how you persuade Cal to tell you.
I mean, that's a 10, so.
Okay.
Fucking seriously?
So, let me go ahead and explain how I convince them, because that's another net 20.
All
I'm
right.
using
God
this
damn.
D20 for more. I'm
Hot
using this
damn.
D20 for now on.
Nice.
It's the cheese dice too, which I think is
It's
fucking
the
awesome.
cheese dice. Nice.
Because it's yellow like cheese.
Is it like one of these guys? Yeah.
Well, Mordai's apparently not feeling very persuasive today, so...
Yeah, Morty's kind of a little all over the place right now. So yeah,
He's
how do
having a really
you
rough
persuade
fucking
this?
day.
How do you persuade him? Elaine?
Cal, if you mean to tell
Um,
me that, go ahead.
How? What are you doing in this?
Elaine is just watching right now. She's kind of eyeing the gauntlet, trying to decide if, like, that's what gave her the vision, or. But
Okay.
she's not saying anything right now.
Do you want to like make an investigation check or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and do that before the persuasion happens.
Okay. Yes, that is a good roll. Okay. That would be a 24.
Yeah, it's definitely. You're not exactly sure if because the gauntlet's powers are a little mysterious, but you've gathered that the gauntlet and Cal himself was probably behind your vision, but he may have not been actively behind it.
Okay.
Now, Sparp, how do you convince him?
Cal, many years ago when I first came to your doorstep, you taught me one of the most important lessons that I have ever learned in my life. Those who walk in the dark are doomed to perish in the shadows. And you know what, Cal? If you're willing to let one of our brothers, one of your children, Cal, because you told us all, anyone who received training from you is as good as blood to you. If you're willing to let your blood perish in the darkness because you don't want to give up some strange friend that you've acquired, and quite frankly, I don't know if you're the man I thought you were. This is supposed to mean something, Cal. To you, to me, to Mordecai, to all of us. You're changing, Cal. You're changing. And I'm not sure if I like it. Now, please, as a brother to another, I'm asking you.
All
You
right.
tried to hurt
All
me
right.
from
All right.
my
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. A year ago, I was in a poker game with some fellows. Borrell was one of them. One sec. And another man named Arlen. Arlen was playing some poker, and well, I tell you, I didn't win. I lost. I had I was coming on some hard times after we parted ways with Mordai, and I needed to make some capital for the Shatter Dome, and I made a bad deal and I lost, and uh, in turn I joined a brotherhood, something far more powerful than anything I could ever imagine. Having this gauntlet, I can do things I never thought I could possibly do. Growing up as an artificer, I never really had magical abilities. But now with this gauntlet, I can almost do anything. I I made a deal with the devil. I made a deal with the Valor.
Cal.
Because Mordai used to be called the devil.
Yeah, that's right. There's not much I can say about him. But I can see.
What did you make?
In order to keep the club open, I had to join the Cabal. Now you already know what the Cabal is, and this is why I have the gauntlet. Sometimes the Valor will get me to do things I'm not necessarily kind to some people, but sometimes I gotta do what I gotta do to keep the club going.
This is all very concerning. And
Look,
I need
until I
you
made
to
you
know.
who you are, we were in the dumps. We were in the hoops. Mordai had lost his heart in the business, and ticket sales were plummeting. Now I made you who you were, and you took the ball and ran with it. You grabbed the brass rings and you made something out of yourself. But there was a time where we wouldn't have been continuing on without what I did.
So Elena's going to speak up now.
Yeah.
And she's going to say, when Miss Arlen offered for you to join and to make the deal, how exactly did you speak to the Valor?
Now it's real funny because when I spoke to Arlen, and Arlen, he seems to be kind of running the whole show. He said I had to take a flight. I took a trip. Got a merchant flight over to the Battle Cascades, and out of nowhere, I just appeared in what seemed to be some sort of cave, and I heard Arlen's voice, but I didn't see him. And the Balor appeared in front of me, and he is a monstrous fellow. Kind of looks like you there, Mordai, but a little bit bigger and scarier and far more fire. Now I tell you what, now the Balor, he saw straight into my soul, and he took a part of it. When he did, he cast a giant flame in front of me, which caused a molten pool to appear. He grabbed my arm with his tail and he shoved it straight in there, and I felt the fires burn, not just in my arm, but in all of me. Burned in all of me, and I tell you, I died a little there that day, and it's kind of hard to think about.
So, what you're telling me is that we were going through financial troubles, and instead of coming to us, the boys, the girls, the people who care about you more than anyone else in the world, you decided instead to loot and pollute your very own soul. Cow the fuck!
I hope one day, Spomp, you'll forgive me.
When did Cal become Morgan Freeman?
I wasn't intention at all. He was just really sad.
Oh.
Cal,
Sparp.
I left. I left because it's what the club needed. And this is what it's built on now. This is what you've become.
Look, it was just a small period of time where we needed help, and I did whatever I needed to do to make the Shatter Dome continue on until
A small
Sparp.
period of time where you sold your soul. You sold the Shatter Dome's soul, Cal.
Look, the Shatter Dome soul left when you did.
The fuck am I?
Sorry, do I need to, like... Did you want to roll damage for that hit, or...
For that burn? Yeah. Sparp.
That's
Sparp.
actually going to be frost damage because that was cold.
That was so cool.
Elaine is going to touch the gauntlet and see if anything happens.
Okay, so when you do that, you feel an incredible warmth on your hand, and it feels like which hand do you touch it with?
Left.
Okay, with your left hand, so you reach over and touch it, and when you
Wait,
do,
which side is it on him?
right?
If it's on the right.
If it's on his right, you'd want to use your
Yes, I'm
left.
touching with the left.
Right. So when you touch it, you feel an incredible warmth, like magma hot, and it kind of almost feels like your hand is sticking to it a little bit. And when you do, it looks like a silver liquid kind of starts creeping over your fingers a little bit, and kind of starts rising up. And it's at that point, Cal pulls away and goes, "Whoo-wee! We got someone special like you. What is wrong with you? What just happened there?" You at that moment, you also have another vision. Again, you see a really dark demon figure walking with Lunar in a very big cave, and the cave is like dimly lit in oranges and reds.
And does it kind of seem like it might be the Balor?
Yeah, you kind of get the impression that it's the Valor.
Okay. Just wanted to be clear on that.
Yeah. And so he kind of just pulls away and he looks at you and goes, "What makes you so special?"
What makes Lunar so special?
I don't know who Lunar is. He actually he moves. He kind of gets a little bit aggressive with you, and it's kind of like out of like fear almost. And he's like, and he kind of gets up close to you and goes, "Why did that happen?"
The fuck just happened?
I think that when you mentioned flying towards the Baylor mines and the Baylor having you, I think that that's happening to our friend right now.
Your friend's gonna be pretty hot water, if you know what I mean.
So,
Is
your friend heading to the Pacific Ocean?
maybe the rim of it, Pope?
You know, that wasn't even where I was going with that joke, but well played. Very well played, Forehead.
Yeah, he gets a little concerned, but he's like, "Yeah, your friend sounds like she's on a very particular journey, but it still doesn't answer why that just happened." And he's actually going to try to intimidate you. And doesn't do a really good job. He's a little scared himself. but he goes, what is going on? What happened? Why did? And he actually tries to reach for you. He reaches out for you with the gauntlet.
And Mordai's going to go ahead and reach out for that gauntlet in hand.
So you're going to touch it?
Yeah.
All right. And so when you do, yeah, you feel a warmth to it, but nothing happens to you. And you're able to like hold back his hand. And when he does, he looks at you and pulls his hand back and goes, "There's something strange about you."
Yeah, I think I could say the same thing about now, Cal.
Look, there's some things you don't understand, things I have to do, but I don't go hurting people for no reason. I don't make my money like Borrell does. I'm not who you think I am. I'm just the same guy you always thought I was. I just had to do some terrible things to myself in order to keep this business alive.
Cal, you did some unspeakable things to yourself. Things that I'm not 100% sure that I will be able to forgive. We have a lot of things that we need to discuss soon, but maybe it's best if we all just kind of simmer down a bit, maybe have a beer, just calm the fuck down. Things are getting too fucking weird right now, and I'm starting to sober up.
Maybe actually, maybe you're right there, Spark. I don't mean to cause anyone trouble. It's good to see him, Mordai. I don't want to hurt anybody. You're all good people, I can tell. How's everyone feeling aside from Addie? Can you go for another 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I can go for another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Just for you, though, baby.
Okay. It's at this point, the door busts open, and behind you guys, another figure with a gauntlet appears. And his name... Actually, you don't know his name yet. Y'all make dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh, really? That's where I fuck up?
Not 20.
Nice.
Oh, well, that's not too
24.
Cool.
5.
And Jay. Okay, great. Great. So
I'd like to point out that whoever this person is that just burst through the door, they lapped Waddlemuck. Assumedly.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you're not exactly sure what happened there.
I'm sure neither is Waddlemuck.
Stumblebuck?
Yeah, stumbled there.
Whatever.
So
I understand that there is an avian beast involved.
So a firebolt goes directly past past everyone and hits Sparp for 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And
Spark have the opportunity to respond.
no, you're pretty far away. I'm gonna need you.
Oh, I didn't mean physically.
Yeah, if you want.
You know what? We should probably roll initiative before.
Yeah, I was gonna say
try any
quickly roll
shenanigans.
initiative.
So I go first.
This person actually Cal rolled a 20.
I got
I
a
have
24.
23.
Oh, never mind. My bonus isn't as high as I thought it was. That would be a 19.
Okay.
Mordai rushes in to go last.
Yeah. Choose. You're gonna get to go first.
Okay. Would you say that he is distracted because he was hurling the firebolt at
Yeah.
Spark?
Okay. I'll give you that.
Okay. So then, but all of my stuff that was bolded, unbolded, I have to find it again. I'm so sorry.
And yeah, I would say that someone's like 5 feet away from them.
Okay. Well, that doesn't do anything for me,
You sure?
to my knowledge,
Aren't
because I
you?
can do a sneak attack.
Yeah, that's definitely something you can do.
Now my question, because it doesn't specify, right, if a sneak attack has to be melee or not.
It's usually a. Yeah, it's a melee attack usually.
I think that it could be a weapon attack in 5A. I'm not positive, but I think so.
So you kind of roboted out there.
I said I think in 5A it's a weapon attack within 30 feet, but that could be wrong.
Yeah, let's see that.
Okay.
Of course, I'm pretty sure that you could throw a dagger and get a sneak attack.
Yeah, you can do that.
Great. So I'm gonna do that, and I roll a nat 20.
Nice. Ooh, so you
That's a
double
crit.
all of the dice for that.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Hang on.
And that includes the sneak attack dice.
Wait. Hang on. I'm
You actually
trying
don't
to
even have to
find
be
my-
within 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay. So. Hang on.
You do if you're attacking them though, because if it's a ranged attack. Well, if it's a bow,
I mean,
I guess.
It's limited by the range of the attack, of course, but I mean, sneak attack itself has no range limits.
Okay.
I got the.
As long as someone's 5 feet away from them.
Hang on. And what was I? Hang on. I'm throwing a dagger.
Yeah. What does your dagger do?
It does 1d4. So hang on a second.
Plus
So-
6.
Oh, hang on. Hang on.
So then the sneak attack though.
Oh no, hang on. I'm mathing. 5, 8, 11, 13, 17 plus 6. That's 23.
Wait. So you did your 1d4.
If I double it,
Yeah. So you
right?
did your 1d4.
I got a nat 20. So
Yeah.
I did 2d4 because it's doubled,
No,
isn't it?
it's you roll your
You
d4
roll your dice, and
And
then
then
you
double whatever you get.
Okay.
Yeah, roll down
So
multiply by
that's-
2.
Hang on. So then that's 6.
So you got a 3 and so you got a 3. And
Yeah.
then-
So I got a 3. So that's 6. But then with my sneak
No,
attack,
okay. So before you double it, just roll what you have.
I did.
Okay.
I
So
got a 3.
yes, and your 2d6.
My 2d6. But does that also get doubled?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I did.
Okay, but just what did you get before you doubled it?
Before I doubled it?
Yeah.
Wait, now I'm confused.
Exactly.
Okay, so you got
The
a
D4.
3.
The D4, I got a 3.
Yes, I
So
understand.
that is 6.
Yeah, but we're not. What I'm getting at is tell us what you rolled before we double it. Completely.
So okay. So the D4, you got a 3. What did you get with the first D6?
7. So is that 20 then?
No. The 2d. So you got.
The 2d6. I
Okay.
got a 5 and a 2.
Okay, that's what I was asking. So yes, so it's 14 plus your 6 plus the bonus, which is an additional 6. So you did 26 damage. There we go.
Okay.
Fuck.
Which is what I said
This is true.
for the record.
I'd have to roll like insanely high in range to get 26 damage. I just got
So-
shot up by a raccoon with a knife.
Raccoon doesn't like it when people hurt their friends.
Yeah, no, totally.
So it
So
would
you toss this dagger, and it's like the funniest looking thing in the world. And you get this figure gets hit by it, and it is pretty like they're really bloody, like blood is gushing.
I'm also going to take my bonus action of cutting action, and I'm gonna hide.
Where are you gonna hide?
Where can I hide?
Right next to you is Cal and his chair. Cal's probably the bigger figure of the two.
Okay, so I hide behind him.
Okay. What's your dexterity there, Josh?
16. So plus 3 is my dex.
Okay, so it's actually your turn now.
Okay. How is he looking right now?
Cal
With his
or
eyes.
the guy?
The guy that attacked.
He looks pretty bloodied. Like he's got a dagger sticking in his chest.
Okay. I think that Elaine is going to try something new. And by new, I mean something she hasn't done before, not a new spell that she has. She always had this spell. She just never uses it. And I'm going to cast Sleep.
Sleep on the
Yeah,
Right.
technically it's in a sphere, but I'm going to do it that he's the only person in this.
Okay, so you're carefully kind of just sending that sphere on the other side of everyone so that only he gets hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a wisdom saving throw, right?
No, I just have to roll a bunch of dice.
And is it HP?
Yes.
Okay.
So, does he have more than 28 HP?
Unfortunately, he has about 30.
Okay, so it does nothing?
Okay. It is Cal's turn. Okay. We're getting close, guys. Cal, he looks pissed off. And he looks down at the at Choose.
But if I hide, it's hiding.
Yeah, but you just hid behind Cal.
But I got the major sneak skills.
Yeah. He looks down at you, and he's incredibly pissed off. And you see his hand just glowing. Like, you can see some flame starting up in his hand. And he notices you seeing his hand, and he does one of these. Like, so if this was like you looking up at him and his hand was like this, he went like this. Like, gave you a bit of a thumbs up. And then, so he hurls up his gauntlet, and he points it at the other gauntleted person, and fires off what looks to be a fireball. But it's a very concentrated fireball. Fireball's normally fucking huge, and it's like a very concentrated attack. And does he hit it? Yeah. When this happens, the hooded figure, and let's see here. So this person just gets blasted back and is completely on fire, and is kind of smoldering. You can tell that they're still alive, but like they're not doing so hot. And then it is Mordai's turn.
Okay, so I did actually want to ask real quick. Did we ever decide what my AC is with the flashy jacket?
It's because you've got the flashy jacket on still, right?
Correct. Not my regular armor.
So your armor class. What is your armor class with your normal armor?
With my normal armor, it's 16, and then I get an extra 2 from my shield.
Right. So you still get your shield. So your AC is 13.
With my shield?
With your shield, with your fancy jacket on.
Okay. Since it's lighter armor, can I add my dex bonus?
I already did.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Yeah, so Mordai is just going to go for the classic, hit him with my fucking hammer.
Okay.
Uh, 20.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Nice. Did I really not get it out?
Yeah, you need a D8 there.
This is embarrassing. That's the one.
So D8 plus 5.
It's going to be 10.
Okay, so you squish this fucker. So you send your hammer down. How do you squish him? Do you hit his face? Do you hit his chest?
I was going for the gauntlet hand.
Yeah, okay. So if you're going directly for the gauntlet, okay. So when you do, the thing shatters.
Oh, I wanted the gauntlet.
Bad idea.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it would have been a terrible idea. That's why it would have been fun.
So the gauntlet shatters, and when it shatters, this guy looks at him. Looks at you, Mordai, and then looks at Cal, and goes, "He'll be after you," and then he just like pretty much explodes into a big grand explosion of white light. And when you do, Stumbleduck just kind of finally makes it up to and goes, "What's going on?" Oh, it's a Stumbleduck! It's a oh, you did it! You're muted at the moment, Stumbleduck. I don't think you can unmute. There you go.
What? I'm good. What happened? Stumbleduck does the thing.
Exactly. And Stumbleduck just crawls up and he's like, "What's going on, guys? I'm good. And
Yep, that's
That's exactly happens. And then Cal goes, "Y'all should probably get out of here pretty quick. If I see you guys again, I'll tell you everything."
When he burst into light, was there anything left of him?
Nothing.
Cal, we're going to have some long conversations, and you're buying drinks.
I'll see you. I'll meet you all at the. I'll see you guys again at the Tilted Kilt.
Damn right.
I gotta go deal with some stuff now. And it's at that
Yeah, I'll
point,
bet.
Cal just erupts in a big, not explosion, but a big burst of flame.
Choose screams.
Yeah. You're not burnt by this at all.
Great.
You're not harmed. It just felt a little warm.
So
And
as he bursts into flame, does it look like he's like in a teleport through the flame? Is that
yeah, it kind of looks like like as if his body just burnt up really quickly.
Okay, so Elaine is going to say, "Bye, save our friend from the Balor."
I'm going to turn to Mordai and say, so, did you know he could do that, or?
I'm feeling like I missed a lot of things.
Oddly
I'm
enough,
not taking a whole lot
so
on
am
faith
I.
right now.
Same.
All right. So it's at this point, you guys realize that you should probably get out of there while you still have time.
Yeah.
And which
Oh,
pisses Stumbleduck off to no end because it took forever for Stumbleduck to get up there.
Yeah, Stumbleduck is livid.
Is pissed off,
Completely.
but nothing's new there. And so you guys kind of make your way quickly away from the Shadow Dome. Mordai, do you pick up the two small ones there? And
Oh, yeah.
I could move at normal speed. So.
yeah, you're fine. I was talking about Stumble.
Yeah, Stumbleduck just spent half an hour trying to climb some steps and is surely very worn out. I feel like it's only polite.
Yeah, so you guys start quickly making your way out of there, and you make your way back to I'm guessing accommodation.
I'm thinking accommodations. Unless, Pope, does Sparm want to go pay their tab?
Yeah, I guess Sparm should take care of that.
Okay, so Spark goes off to pay the tab. Everyone else kind of gets back to accommodation. And when you guys get to accommodation, Nami is out there waiting, going, "Where are you guys? We need to get up tomorrow morning, really bright and early. You guys need to get some sleep."
So Elaine is going to say to choose. Remember the shiny necklace that you gave me?
Mhm.
I think that it's definitely a good thing for you not to be having it right now. I think that it's not a good necklace.
Okay. And are you close to choose when you say this?
Yeah. Like close
Choose
enough.
okay. So like when Choose says "K," Choose just like gently touches your arm and looks you in the eyes and walks away.
Okay, so before everyone splits off for the night,
Yeah.
Mordai wants to kind of get everyone's attention. So, hey, when we were in the bar earlier, kind of found something I wanted to bring to everyone's attention. Didn't really seem like the best place. And Mordai pulls out the letters. That Moon Elf was carrying these.
Okay. I'm guessing, are you wanting to go read them really quickly?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so you see two letters. One of them is written in Elvish, and the other one, choose. Yes, choose. I believe speaks Elvish.
Choose does though.
Yes.
I also speak Elvish.
Oh, okay, cool. And then the other one is in Common, and
I speak Common.
Me too.
we'll start with a common one. The common one says, hereby give this bounty to anyone who can bring in the head or person that is Indy Harrison. And in return, will receive 2,000 gold. And it's signed with 2 initials. And one's a G, and the second initial is an S.
GameStop.
Yes. The second one is a letter in Elvish, and it's kind of an off letter. Like, it doesn't quite make a ton of sense, as if it's like Moon Elf. The Moon Elves have written it, so it's a letter from someone that says their entire kingdom, the entire kingdom of the Moon Elves, has been destroyed by the Royal Guard.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna guess that while Elaine is reading that, Shoes is sitting on her shoulder.
Yeah, so Elaine reads it out, and you all are able to kind of gather what it is.
Yeah, like she'll translate it.
Yeah. Excuse me. So, Sparm, do you go pay off your tab?
See.
Okay. So you, at this point, you say your goodbyes and say that we'll see each other very soon. You'll see everyone after the Senate gets out, and you'll make your way to Darnielle together. And as for everyone else is encouraged by Nami, who seems overly pissed off, because you all smell like bar. You smell like the tilted kilt, and a little bit like burning.
I'll prestidigitation all of us so we don't smell like bar or burning.
Okay, that sounds good. And so it's still pretty pissed off that you guys have been out for so late. And is kind of trying to rush you all to bed.
Unless somebody has something else.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
So you all have your separate cabins in this accommodations area. And when you guys all go to sleep, you all have had a pretty busy day. And Stumbleduck just passes out because Stumbleduck is super tired from climbing all those stairs. Mordai's a little on edge from what's happened. There's a lot to think about. Being that someone who you really looked up to has turned out this way, but you're not exactly sure what's going down. It seems like Kyle might have some redeeming qualities, being what just happened there. Choose. I don't know how you're going to react to all this. How are you sleeping?
Choose is okay.
Okay. And Elaine.
I think that Stumbleduck before gave people apples,
Yep.
and Elaine hasn't had hers yet. Elaine's gonna eat a fucking apple.
Elaine eats an apple and is
She
very
needs that
happy
good
and
apple.
elated to finally get a nice soft bed. One she hasn't had in a very long time.
But after hearing what Cal had to say about the Balor stuff, she needed that fucking apple.
She has her fucking apple. and
Yeah.
everyone just eventually falls asleep. And when you do, Elaine, you have a terrible nightmare.
Yeah,
You have
she was probably going to, even if it wasn't magical shit.
you have this terrible nightmare where you find yourself in this cave. And in this cave, you see two things. You see Lunar just sitting there, just watching. And you see Lunar with a gauntlet on.
No.
You're not exactly sure what happens.
Doomfist coming July 27th. Someone had to make that
And
joke.
the Balor comes closer to you. And it's this massive figure that doesn't quite take shape. And when it does, it hurls a great fireball in your direction. And it lands right in front of you, which creates a massive fire pit. Or a pit of lava. And its tail just creeps out from over top of it, and it swirls around your hand, and it starts bringing your hand closer and closer and closer to the lava. And just as it's about to touch the lava, you wake up. And that is our session for the night.
So when she wakes up, what time was it? Was it like morning or in the middle of the night?
It's the middle of the night. You wake up in a cold sweat. And around your neck, you feel really warm.
Okay.
Same with your hand, too, actually.
Elaine is definitely going to scream when she wakes. She was probably screaming in her sleep, too.
Yeah, you're making a bit of a fuss, but due to these accommodations, the rooms are soundproof. And so you're a little bit alarmed, but then you try to make your way back to sleep. You're a little tipsy from the beer and the apples, so you're actually able to go back to sleep, but you don't sleep very well. You still get your long rest, but it's a hard one.
Yeah.
All right, good job, guys. Next week we'll figure out when we're playing. It sounds like we're gonna have a lot of fun next week.
I should think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys. Addie, catch up what you missed on.
What do you mean? I was completely awake for all of that.
The whole time. Thanks, Ellie.
The whole time. I was here.
Yeah.
That
I
fan,
was
though.
participating.
Yeah.
That fan.
Yeah.
Do you hear my fan?
Number one fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Burrell, is he here?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Good job, guys.
Thank.
Pope,
very-
some really nice roleplay from Sparm tonight. Like,
Yeah, good job.
seriously.
Really impressed with
I've
the
been
voice.
playing this character for 10 years. I think I
Dude,
understand
it made the character really like that story went along a lot smoother because of Sparp.
Thank.
Choose just wanted to make Sparp and Mordecai proud by rushing in. Sorry
Word, I was very proud.
that Choose just hurled a little raccoon fist straight into Cal's calf.
Yeah, but also sneak attack of death, essentially.
Yes.
You did more damage than the fireball.
Yeah, I
no
did.
kidding. With that, you guys, though, I am a sleepy sheep.
All right, man.
Good
Good night.
I love you guys. Peace.
Cool.
By the way, Nicole, Shoes has the cause fear spell now, remember?
I do.
What do you have?
I have caused fear.
I don't see that in your...
I haven't put it yet, but I have it off to aside, and I noticed that right at the beginning of our game, and I was gonna add it in after our game, which is now.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Remember, you also choose. You have the goggles.
I do.
That probably could have helped you a little bit tonight.
I don't know how the fuck to do any of that shit. It never
Just
got.
put them on.
They're always on. Choose can't
I didn't know
see
that.
in the light. They're supposed to be sunglasses, so choose
Okay,
can
fair.
function.
Okay, good to know. Moving forward, we'll make sure it detects.
I love that, like, I remember hearing something about, oh, we're just gonna talk to that Cal guy for a bit, nothing much, just a little talking. And
Yeah,
now
I'm
there's
sorry,
something about a fireball? There was a fireball?
You'll have to go through and read it or listen to it.
Okay.
There was some great backstory and character building with me and Pope. It was great fun.
I hope we're all okay.
Yeah, you just spent like literally the last over an hour of the campaign trying to climb a flight of stairs.
That sounds like me. Fun fact, I was legit